everyone, it's Tanny Games here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have our Discord Dreamsnap review video and I am so excited to go over the Slumber Party submissions that you've all come up with. Now I've been doing a little bit of voting this week and the competition is tough. There are so many great submissions out there that I've been voting on and I'm pretty certain the Discord is also going to have some pretty incredible submissions to showcase as well. So I'm really excited to get into this. Thank you to everyone who has shared their submission in Discord. If you want to be featured in a video like this, join the Discord, share it in the Dreamsnaps channel, and you could have your Dreamsnap showcased on a video just like this. Anyway, let's jump right over and take a look at what you've all come up with for the Slumber Party Dreamsnap challenge. We are going to start off here with a submission from Strawberry Blonde, and oh my gosh, I love this. Okay, so this is clearly a Wicked reference. We have the green Elphaba side and the pink Galinda side. This is very cute. I love this. I love the reference it makes, but what I love about this, and it's just like how I pointed out in the Monsters Inc. kind of Dreamsnap challenge, is that even though it's making a reference, without that reference, you're definitely getting those kind of slumber party vibes. You know, we've got the two beds on display here. We have some lounge pillows, which I think is very nice to see. You can imagine them cozying up and, you know, doing girly things, you know, whatever that may be. But yeah, you can just sort of tell that this is kind of got those sleepover party vibes, and with Wicked being kind of in its moment right now, I think there's going to be a lot of people who will get this reference. There will be some who don't, but I think for the majority, well, I say for the majority, I think there's going to be a lot of people who are going to get this, and even if they don't, I think they're going to definitely get those slumber party vibes. So I think this is a fantastic submission and really creative. I love this, very unique concept. Next up, we have a submission from Luca and Pupster, and I really love this. I love that you've gone with this Mulan inspired slumber party. Again, kind of what I would think is going against the grain. I don't think I've really seen anyone do a submission like this, but it definitely has those slumber party vibes. I love how you've used the mats on the floor just to represent how it is often in Japanese culture where they will sleep on the futons on the floor. So I love that. You know, we've got the table here in the middle with some treats on it. We've also got some tea. We also have the board game in the middle. It's a really nicely created setup. Yeah, I really love this. I think this is fun. I think it's unique. I think it will stand out, and I think it's definitely still on theme. Yeah, I really like this submission. I think you've done very well with this. Next up, we have a submission from Marina, and this is so cute. This definitely has those princess core kind of vibes. The place feels very luxurious and grand. I love how the room kind of feels almost like sectioned off. Like this feels like a bit of a private cozy book nook. We then also have this area which feels much more like a sort of a dressing area. Then we have the beds laid out. We've also got this little section here, lots of books around, which makes perfect sense for Belle. What I really love is how you've got the Scrooge shelf here. I don't know if it's laid behind the window or something like that. There's definitely some sort of setup gone on over here, but it looks really cool and unique. I might have to have a little bit of a play around there to see how you've achieved that, because that looks really cool. I like the shelf in it. I think it adds something unique to the structure in that sense. We have like loads of gifts and popcorn and sweet treats and things. I think this is a really nicely decorated room, perfect for those slumber party vibes. Next up, we have a submission from Amethyst Unicorn, and I really love this. I like how you've got the two beds here. We have sort of the lounge cushions, we've got all the books. It's definitely giving Belle's slumber party, so it is perfect that you have included Belle in the snap. I love how your character looks, brilliant choice of clothing. I think it's great to see those kind of slumber party pajama kind of vibe outfits. I love the colours in here, very, very nice. I think this will do well. Next up, we have a few submissions from Winter Dragonfly. We have this main account submission, which is gorgeous. I love the LaBeouf furniture. I think it's just so, so pretty. I am obsessed. I love how you have the lounge pillow here. We've got all the snacks and sweet treats. I honestly don't know why I didn't think to add in like snacks and things to my own submissions, but here we are. I love how you've got the sewing desk here as well as the mannequin, kind of giving that outfit vibes that like maybe you've been doing a bit of outfit designing together or something. We've obviously got Merida here, who's your slumber party bestie, and I love the outfit choice that you've put together. Then we have the next submission, which I love that you've done this with Daisy. Honestly, so iconic. I also love the shoes that you've used. These are something you can get from Scrooge's. They are like a wolf kind of slipper. I think they're just meant to be like a proper costume outfit shoe. But I used them like slippers too. I think they look like such cozy fuzzy slippers, so I was like, oh, gotta use that. You got the two beds here. We've kind of got this lounging area. It's definitely giving the Daisy vibes. I love that you've put your hair in this head wrap. Like perhaps you and Daisy are kind of having a bit of a salon day, you know, your bit of a pamper day and things like that. I think the vibes are very good. Then we have the account, which is for your, which your dad's account. And I really like this. I love the Mirabelle vibes of it. I love these cozy kind of like bookcase nooks, if that makes sense, that you've got going on in the corner. Also a perfect way to hide tags as well. I love the bed setup. I love that we've got Mirabelle here. We've got the lounging cushions as well. All the fabric pieces. It's very bright, very, very vibrant. I like the framing with the what do you call them, the plants at the front of the shop. Very, very nice. And yeah, I think this is a well put together shop. Next up, we have a submission from Ev Error, and I really, really like this. I like the projector frame kind of thing, if that makes any sort of sense. Like it looks like you're watching a movie together kind of vibes. You know, all the books make a lot of sense. We've got the board games. We've got so many beds dotted around. And then we've got a collection of princesses. We've got Vanellope, we've got Rapunzel, we've got Merida, we've got Ariel. So we have all the kind of like princesses dotted around, hanging out together. We've got all the lounge cushions, all the toys. It's, yeah, there's a lot going on at this party. But I love it, and I love that you've gone with this onesie outfit. You know, I used to wear onesies a lot as my cozy comfort outfit. I used to have a panda onesie. That was my favourite one. But yeah, very, very cute. Very cute. Next up, we have a submission from Glitch here. And I love this. I love how you've used the, like the Hades dress kind of thing as like a, almost like a night t-shirt. You know, those, what are they called? What are the dresses you sleep in for bed? What are they called? Nightgowns? No. I don't know, but I should know. I have like tons of them. But I love this. I think it's so cute, this little nighty situation kind of going on. We've got Vanellope in the background there, which is very, very cute. We've got a few mannequins dressed as other people. Like you've got a big slumber party going on. We've got the books. We've got the lounge cushions. We've got some cute little snacks and things like that. I think this totally has a very fun and very, very cute and cozy vibes. Next up, we have a submission from Steph Scarf, and this is very, very cute and cozy. We do have the bed there on the right and just on the left. We've got a lot of like seating areas. We've got the sort of the comfy beanbag chairs. We've got the cozy Tangled themed couch in the background. I love all the books you've got dotted around, and using the book trees as well. They're kind of like a cute addition to add into the shot. I love that you've gone with the owl companion. I think the owl companion works really well with this kind of bookish vibes. I don't know if it's just because of the Disney connotations with owls, like thinking of Archimedes or even Owl from Winnie the Pooh. They always seem to be very well learned, if that's the right word. So having them in this kind of bookish environment works really, really well. Obviously, great addition with Belle, very on point for the theming. I think this is a lovely little submission. Next up, we have a submission from Madame Bernay. Now, Madame Bernay's put a comment saying that when they were a kid, they had a lot of slumber parties outside. It's not something I partook in, but that being said, I know that my half sister, I think she did like an outdoor tent kind of like sleepover situation with her boys or something. And they had like a camping kind of like sleepover thing or something. I don't know. I'm sure I remember her posting something about that on Facebook. But yeah, so it's very possible. It's not something I'm used to, but again, it probably depends on where you live in the world, what your climate's like. Obviously, British weather isn't always the best. We have very limited time, in which case it's comfortable to sleep outside. And I say this as someone who went on regular camping holidays as a child. Um, you get the sun for a few days of the year, and then the rest of the time it's nothing but rain. Um, but yeah, so obviously different experiences will lead to different kind of dream snaps. We've got a lot of the lounging pillows set up. I do like that we've got the telescope kind of looking out to the stars. And then we've also got our hidden Mickey here with the bushes, which I think looks very, very cool. Very fun little hidden Mickey there. Next up, we have a submission from Shelley. And this is really, really cute. I do really like this. I love how we've got the Charlotte LaBeouf bed there. We've also got the Tangle bed. I didn't notice it at first, but it's only because your tags are on here. We do also have the Belle bed here and another Belle bed here, but they're so perfectly disguised with this framing at the front of the shot with the plants. So it only looks like you've got two beds, but actually you've got four, which I think is pretty impressive. I like the table in the background with all the snacks on. I think that looks really, really cute. And you've got Ariel with you, so you've got your slumber party bestie as well. Next up, we have a submission from Jolly here. I love how you've set up the TV on the table and you've interacted with it. So there's a memory on there. It's like you're all watching a film together. You know, you've even got Anna sitting down. So it does really look like a communal kind of gathering where you're all watching movies together, which I think is lovely. I think that's really fun. Very, very creative. We've got the two beds in the background there. We have the board game, you know, we've got all the cushions and things like that. So we have got a lot of elements here for a slumber party, which I think is fantastic. It looks like your character's dressed in very comfy and cozy loungewear. So yeah, I think this is a great snap. Next up, we have a submission from Myra, who has put my lazy entry. You did mention as well that you didn't notice the speech bubble to begin with after creating your Dreamsnap, which honestly, it happens. I've done that before. It is absolutely gutting when it happens. Definitely got those comfy cozy vibes. The onesie really, really adds to it. I love that you've gone with the Tangled inspired furniture and then included Rapunzel in your shot, just to make it kind of all cohesive and to go together. Next up, we have a submission from Kamikaze Kaiju, and I like this submission. I love the bed with the window behind it. I think that's really cute. I was one of those people that I was either like right up into the corner with my beds, or I liked having them placed under a window, and apparently that's a bad thing to do. Apparently that's not good for like feng shui or stuff like that. Like I've seen a few people, like I've seen like a design planner on TikTok saying she wouldn't ever put a bed under a window and things like that. And like, I don't know. I know it's something I've done. I don't have anything against it. So yeah, I think that's cool. I think it looks very, very nice. You know, we've got Rapunzel here, so we do have your slumber party bestie. You're in the pajama set from the Belle bundle. So again, I think that works really, really nicely because it all works together basically in terms of the shot, and I love how nicely decorated the room is. Next up, we have a submission from Talon here, and I really, really like this. I think this is great. I love how you've managed to capture Belle reading her book. I always think it's nice to see a character kind of look like they're mid animation or something like that. It just brings the photo to life a little bit. I love how your character looks. I love the bright, vibrant purple hair. I think that's really, really fun, especially with the bow on top. It's very nicely coordinated. We've got the bed set up in the background. We've got the carpet in the middle, which does have this like celebration basket. There's a bunch of sweet treats there, I see, so it does look like you're having a nice time together with fun activities and food. And then there is another character in the background. I'm not entirely sure who that character is. My first thought was that it was Maid Marian, but now I'm thinking about it, maybe it's just supposed to be May from Turning Red, perhaps. I mean, that would make sense. It is the panda stuff. And she's got the short hair, so maybe that's who it is. I should have read your text before opening up this picture. But yeah, I think this is a great little submission. Very, very fun. Next up, we have a submission from Madam Red, and I really, really like this. Honestly, after I saw your submission, I realised how badly I messed up the snap for Phoebus, because I used the same bookcases to create a kind of like fake wall. And I forgot to turn some of them around so they look like actual bookcases, and it just breaks up that boring brown wall kind of thing. It adds a bit of texture to it and stuff, and I really wish I'd done it. As soon as I saw yours, I was like, this is what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to create. So yeah, I love this. I love that we have the lounge pillows dotted around. You know, we've got the board game in the middle, lots of sweet treats and things dotted around, lots of comfy cozy areas. We've also got the beds laid out, so you know, plenty of places for you all to have your slumber party. Obviously you are dressed for the occasion, which I like to see. I love that we've got Rapunzel here and Merida. You know, Merida's waving, which is a nice little touch as well. We've got the popcorn machine in the background, again, just sort of adding to it. Yeah, I think this is a really, really fun submission, and I hope it does very well for you. Next up, we have a couple of submissions from Sunny. I really, really like this submission. I love the colours in it. I think the colours are very fun. And what I love is how you've included several items in the bubbles. You know, we've got the popcorn bucket, we've got the cupcakes, we've got the popcorn. It's very fun and cutesy. I love how you've got the lounge pillows at the front of the shot, kind of just creeping in, just adding that bit of framing to the overall image. We've got the two beds set up here, so, you know, perfect for getting across those slumber party vibes. I love how you got the little bubble one. That's very, very cute. And it's great to see Merida and Rapunzel as well. Then we have your next submission, and this is very cute. I love the Daisy inspired choice or design. I love that you're wearing the Daisy dress. I think it suits perfectly, again kind of tying in with Daisy, which is lovely to see, but also I think it does look like a nice comfy cozy dress for a slumber party. We've got this little blanket pillow fort item. I don't know why. Wait, no, I did use it. I think I used it. No, I didn't use it in Phoebus's shot, because I used a different thing. I used the city model. I should have used this. This is a fantastic item to use. I love that it has the string lights on it and stuff like that. It definitely reminds me of the kind of slumber parties I would want or have as a kid, you know, creating that pillow fort and stuff like that. At least I used to do a lot of that when I was a kid, you know, with my sisters. We'd often create little forts and stuff like that. So, um, growing up, I was obviously very, very close with my sisters. So, yeah, it's very cute to see. I love that we have the Daisy elements in with the wardrobe, the little table, and things like that. Obviously, you've included Daisy herself. It's like you've got a cute little dressing area in the background there, which is very nice to see. And I do love all the colours in this submission. Now we have the snap I made from my husband's account. So you can probably see after talking about Madam Red's submission what I mean about sort of breaking up that blank wall and adding texture. It is quite plain of a backdrop. I'm hoping the rest of it makes up for it. I'm hoping. I decided to go with a Stitch themed one. I thought my husband might find that kind of funny. And I thought it was better than doing one with Mirabelle because I know he would probably divorce me for that. No, I'm joking. He wouldn't divorce me over that, but like I was tempted to do a Mirabelle one, but I was like, no, I'll be nice. We'll do Stitch instead. And we've got that kind of like city model. I wanted it to feel very youthful and playful, so I went with a lot of the like Mickey inspired furniture, the kind of kiddie furniture. And then of course Stitch loves his coconut cake and coffee, so I made sure to put a ton of coconut cake dotted everywhere and a bunch of coffees too, because like myself, I do need the coconut cake and coffee. And I went with Stitch's like beach inspired wear because I felt like it gave him the most kind of casual look. I debated using his Halloween costume, but then I was like, oh, maybe it won't read quite right. So I ended up going for this one, and hopefully it works. Well, I wanted to create like a seating pose as well, so I ended up using the popcorn squirrel to kind of get down, and I imagine the popcorn squirrel was maybe bringing treats or something like that. But yeah, hopefully this does all right. Next up, we have a couple of submissions from Amy. I really love this very regal and royal setup that we have going on here. We've got the lounge cushions, we've got the beds. I love the use of these trees here. I think they work lovely. I love how you've done the background here. So we have the Mulan wall to kind of like create the wall divide, but then you've used the Cinderella bookcases, and it just adds a bit of texture and dimension to that back space there, which is lovely to see. I do love how you're sat down here at the front with the little companion. You know, we've got Vanessa, we've got Tiana, we've got Ariel, we've got Merida. So it's nice to see some guests at this slumber party as well. Yeah, this is a brilliant submission. And then we have your next account, which is a bit more of an outdoorsy kind of guy vibe situation. Like we've got Gaston here. It kind of almost gives me drive-in movie theatre vibes, if I'm honest. But yeah, very, very fun and very unique of a concept. I haven't seen one like this yet. It's very, very fun. Next up, we have another submission from Steph Scarf, and I love the mini vibes of this snap. I think that's so fun. I love that you've got the balloons, like it's almost like a slumber party. It's like a proper party. I love the outfit you've got. I love the mini ears. I think they work really nicely. And then to see the kind of like very casual, very pajama-y kind of vibes of the outfit's nice. The little mini cupcakes that are right at the front of the shot, just peeking in through the corners, is lovely, lovely to see. You know, the polka dot furniture is great. I love how you've done the wall section and it's just these rows and rows of books. I think that's so fun. I think it looks so great. Yeah, I think you've done a really good job with this submission. I think it's super fun, super eye-catching, and yeah, I really like this submission. Next up, we have a submission from Kat, who's gone with this very fairy core inspired snap. It's definitely very magical. We've got tons of mushrooms. The way you've done the foliage is absolutely beautiful. I am very impressed with the foliage work here. It is definitely a sight to see. We have like the little tea set up, you know, we've got the afternoon tea with the cakes and things. We've also got a little bed in the background there as well, and we've got the lounge pillows too. So I love this very whimsical and magical idea for a dream snap. Then we have a submission from Mike, and I love this submission. It's so warm in tone. I love how you've used the little birds and the like snippets as if they're like people you're hanging out with during this slumber party. I mean, we do also have Belle and the robot companion, but it's like they're having a little tea party down here. You know, this little bird's reading this book, the frog and the little demon and the bird, they're all drinking their own little teas. We've got another little demon snippet here, like as if he's going to bed. You know, you're reading this story, and I love how it looks like you're reading the story with the companion, with this little bird and frog snippet. And what perfect timing to have this little bird snippet flying into the shot. It really looks like the bird snippet is listening to this story that you're reading, which I think is very fun. We've got the little white snippet here. We've got Belle surrounded by books, and obviously we've got the bed here. I think this is fantastic, very fun, very whimsical. I expect this will do very well. Next up, we have a submission from Wisteria Crossing, and I love this. I love the wall section here with the bookcases. I love how it adds a bit of shape to an otherwise standard room layout. I just love that kind of depth and yeah, just kind of like complexity of design without being too complex. It just adds a little something to the build. So I love it when people do this little trick with indoor dream snaps. We have the two beds here. We've got the lounge pillows and we've got the TV here. Honestly, brilliant addition adding the TV there. I love the choice of windows. I haven't really seen many people use these jazz windows, but they're really nice. They are really nice as a window piece, so it's great to see, and it does work really nice with that. I think that's the Art Deco TV, but yeah, that's a beautiful item. I love this. I think this is a super fun submission. I think this is going to do very well. Next up, we have a submission from Blush Danielle, and this is very beautiful. I love the bed choices. The bed here, Isabella's bed, is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. I love this item so much. I think it's so good. I love that we've got Ariel here. Ariel in her winter outfit is actually really good. It definitely has those comfy cozy vibes. I love how you've decorated with like the balloons, all the gifts, like it's a real party kind of celebration. We've got the board game here on the table and lots of cute and cozy sweet treats as well. I think this is a really fun submission. It's really nicely decorated too. Very kind of maximalist, but very nice. Like everything has an order to it. It's not chaotic. Like the two pictures here are nicely in line. This picture feels very central, you know, having it placed above the TV. The way you've done these banners, do you know what's a miracle? Everything looks centered perfectly, and I know how hard it is to center items in a world where you can't center items. I love this. I think this is spectacular. Brilliant dream snap. Next up, we have a submission from Bagelrina, and I love how you've gone with this Snow White inspired look. It's so cute. I think it's very adorable. You know, it definitely gives the perfect vibes for a princess slumber party, because effectively here we have the different princesses. So I see Anna, I see Elsa, I see Moana, I see Mulan, I see Ariel, I see Belle, Tiana and Merida. I do see Rapunzel. So you've like literally got all the princesses here that is possible. And I think that's absolutely fantastic, to be honest. I absolutely love that. You know, we've got Vanellope here and her little hero cookie. I believe this is the Snow White pie, which would be perfect with your character. Obviously looking like Snow White. I love how we've got all the lounge pillows here, all the treats, the board game, you know, all the different types of beds that you've gone for as well, kind of like for each individual princess, which is just fantastic. Like, I know we got the Tangle bed here for Rapunzel. I know this is another Tangle bed, but it's got that rustic vibe, perfect for Merida. The Art Deco bed, perfect for Tiana and the sort of time of year for her setting. You know, we've also got the Belle bed for Belle. We've got this pink bed, which I guess could be used for Ariel. Or it could be for Tiana because, you know, it's Charlotte's bed. We have the, like, Frozen bed for Elsa. We have this other Frozen themed bed for Anna. We've got a bed here which would be perfect for Ariel as well, I guess. Or perhaps the hay bed, maybe that's for Moana, I don't know. Maybe it's for Mulan, I don't know. Maybe these beds at the front, I don't know. But either way, it's fun. There's definitely lots of different themes with the beds here. And I think this is a fantastic Dreamsnap. Really nicely laid out, a fun theme, and yeah, brilliant job. And now we have our last submission for this video, and this is from Steph Scarf. Steph Scarf, I'm not gonna lie, you can see between all the submissions a similar vibe with those bookcases. Not that it's a complaint, I love it. You know, if you've got a look that works, absolutely go for it. But I love this. I love how you got the little Pegasus. We've got Rapunzel here. We've got the little beds, and with these little kind of like lights on the bedside table. That's really cute. I love that we've got the popcorn here. The framing at the front of the photo with these lily pads, the little sparkles from the flowers, is just perfect. I think this is a really, really beautiful snap. I think it's lovely in terms of its design, very elegant, and yeah, I think you've done amazingly with this submission, and I think this is such a fantastic submission to round this video out with. Well, there you have it. That is all the submissions for part 1 of the Slumber Party Discord Dreamsnap review. Make sure you stick around to watch part 2 because there are still more amazing submissions to come. Thank you all so much to everyone who has watched this video. I really, really appreciate it. And to my channel members, to my subscribers, thank you so much for your support. It does not go unnoticed, and I appreciate each and every single one of you. Anyway, I'm going to round out this video here. Thank you all so much for your time today, and I will see you all in the next one.